Hi friends, welcome to Lovin' Life's Journey DIY. I'm Chantel. Thank you so much for watching. In today's video, I'm going to take you to Dollar Tree and show you the new items that I find. I'm also going to show you what I pick up, and we're going to do some DIYs. So let's get going. This Dollar Tree had lots of new wall art and these canvas prints. Most of them came in sets, so two canvases that coordinated but had different pictures on them. And I really like that because then you can just pick a set that goes with your design style. I also really liked these new wooden hanging signs. I haven't seen these larger round ones before, and they also had them in a hexagon shape. They also have some new designs in these rectangular decor pieces, and there are two in this pack, and the larger one is actually what I used to create this K-cup storage shelf. I love this. We still use it. We've used it for several years, and it's easy to make and it doesn't take up much room. I will link that video in the card above and the description box below for you. I also have these kind of same little decor pieces in a two pack in different shapes and styles as well. In the seasonal Dollar Tree Plus section, I found these three-tiered serving trays for $5. They had two styles, this plaid style and this really pretty flower and Easter egg design. I also found these large Easter eggs. They are a resin material, but I love this flower design, and these are just $3. In the office section, they had these felt bulletin boards in a hexagon shape and different colors, and they come with some push pins and ribbon. And these are fun because you can get several of them and hang them up right next to each other in different configurations. Now, I know gift bags are nothing new at Dollar Tree. I love getting gift bags there, but I have not seen these kind of vintage patterns in the gift bags. These are so pretty and they're in great colors that are in right now, like that pink and the sage green. And these would be so good to craft with. I also found these ornate picture frames. They are plastic, but you could paint these and DIY with these and make them look so high end. And I don't know about you, but I love bee and honey themed decor, and they have a lot of new items in a bee theme. And I think you could use some of them just as they are, and others you could dress up a little or distress or just make it fit your decor style. But so many fun bee themed items. And my absolute favorite is this little galvanized bucket, the Bee's Knees Honey Company. So, so cute. This looks like it should cost way more than $1.25. If you are into the little fairy gardens, they had so many new things for the fairy gardens, but I'm looking at this little frog. He is so cute, and I've got a plan for him, so he's coming home with me. If you have kiddos that you're going to be putting Easter baskets together for, go check these out. All of these licensed character water bottles, those would be great in an Easter basket. And for all of us grown-ups for packing our lunches for work, I love these colors for these storage containers, and these would be great for packing lunches, especially things like these little snack containers. And they've even got some nice water bottles. For the refrigerator, I have seen these little storage bins that clip onto the shelf and go underneath the shelf, but I had not seen these other ones that they have that are specifically for eggs. And I think this would be great to put your hard boiled eggs in so that you know these are the ones that are hard boiled, and then all of the other ones are not. Another new item in my store is the set of packing cubes. Now, these are not like, super high quality, but in a pinch, if you need something to pack for a quick trip, these would be a great find.
So let me show you what I picked up. I'm going to start with these little decor pieces. They're just kind of little boxes that you could use. I mean, you could use them for little trays, or you could use them for stackable boxes, or just little art pieces to set around by themselves. But they have such pretty designs. These look really high end. I loved this purple and sage green color, and then also this pattern and color as well. The sage green is really in right now, and so these are great. I just love how high end this looks. I mean, I didn't do anything to it. I just added it to this little riser that I had, put a little lavender with it with this cute little bottle that I also got at Dollar Tree, and it is just a beautiful little grouping that looks super expensive for only a few dollars. And I also picked up this one. This is a longer version of that. It says, "Bless our home with love and laughter." And I thought this was a really pretty design as well. I also picked up this set of wall art. These are just the little canvas pieces, and I like the simplicity of these. They're just really pretty, and I'm going to use them as is in my bathroom. Just because I think they will go really nice in there. Since we are coming up on Easter, I wanted to pick up some things to do, some Easter crafts or some inspirational Christian crafts, and so I picked up these wooden crosses. I also found these inspirational wall stickers, and this one says, "Be patient, be humble, be gentle, be loving," Ephesians 4:2. And then this one, "With God, all things are possible." I think these are so pretty, and I probably won't use these as wall stickers, but I'll probably use them in some DIYs. A couple of things that I picked up in the Dollar Tree Plus section were this tabletop egg decor for $3. I thought this was so cute. It says "Happy Easter," and I am going to be kind of redoing this a little bit to fit into my decor. And then I did pick up some of these beautiful flowers. These are $3 because they're a larger bunch of flowers, but I loved the colors for Easter on these. They have the peonies, and then these are, I'm not sure what kind of flower, but they remind me kind of a dahlia, cross between a dahlia and a lily. If you know what kind of flower this is, let me know in the comments. And so I'm going to be using these in some Easter crafts in my next video. We're going to be doing a whole lot of Easter and Christian inspirational DIYs, so make sure that you're subscribed for that, because that's going to be coming out next week. Some other things I'm going to be using in that video are this wood bead wreath. This is a 10-inch wreath for $1.25, and I also picked up this cute little frog, and he was just $1.25. They have several different styles, but I love this one. He's so cute. And these spring napkins are really pretty, and I'm going to be using these in some DIYs as well. I did pick up one of these frames that very ornate and antique looking, and they had them in the oval shape and the rectangle shape, and I just think those are so pretty. And then I did pick up these kind of vintage, antique looking gift bags. You get two of them for $1.25, and I just love those patterns and how vintage they look. I'm going to pair these together, and we're going to do a quick little DIY right now using these.
For this DIY, you can use any picture frame, but I'm going to be using this plastic ornate frame. And I'm going to use one of these vintage print gift bags. I also will be using this wide ribbon that I got at Hobby Lobby after Christmas on clearance for like 75 or even maybe 90% off. And this doesn't really look that Christmassy. So be sure after the seasons, check the clearance for ribbon you can use all year long. And I'll be using just a little bit of this hydrangea uh, silk flower that I had on hand. To start out, I'm going to remove the back of my picture frame, and I did have to use a little screwdriver for this, but it comes off really easily. And I'm going to take my frame and use a little bit of this antique wax. You can use just a brown or black acrylic paint as well. And then I'm going to dry brush a little bit of this paint over the top of the frame. So I'm just putting a little bit of paint on my brush. It's a dry brush. And then I'm going to brush it over the top of the design. Kind of focusing a little bit more on some of the corners and places where it might naturally become more tarnished if it were an aged or antique frame. And once the dry brushing has dried completely, I am going to spray it with a matte finish sealer. While that is drying, I am going to cut my gift bag so that I can cover the inside of the picture frame. And I left my bag folded up for some reason, but just so you know, it's easier to open the bag up and cut it that way. And I am using the side that does not have any glitter on it, just because I want this to have a little bit more of that antique vintage feel, and I didn't really think the glitter went with that. And I'm just using an X-Acto knife and a little cutting board to trim down that gift bag to the size of the picture frame insert. I'm using a tape roller just to attach my paper to that insert for the picture frame. I didn't want to use hot glue because that would leave it kind of bumpy, so the tape roller works perfectly. I cut a piece of my ribbon a couple inches longer than the width of my insert, and then I used a ruler and measured so that I would get it centered. And then I'll just use my tape roller to attach the ribbon a little bit on the front and then secure it on the back side as well. And now that my frame is all dry, I will just add that insert back in and cover it with the backing. Next, I will take a few little pieces of this hydrangea flower and I'm trying to kind of steal some from where it won't be really noticeable so that I can still use this hydrangea for something else because I only need a very few pieces of it for this project. In fact, I am going to use 4 pieces of this and just lay them out in a pattern that I am happy with. I'm removing the little centers of the flowers because I'm going to add in a little embellishment of my own. But once I have those the way I want them, I'll just use a little bit of hot glue to fasten them down. And keeping with the vintage vibe, I wanted to use some of these pearls, and I decided on some of these little pink pearls to put in the center of my flowers. Then to finish it off, I just glued a couple of little pieces of greenery from my stash in there, and this is all done. I love the vintage vibe of this. I think it is so romantic and pretty. And it might even show up at my daughter's wedding this May because the theme is a vintage floral theme.
Since I am going to be doing some inspirational DIYs, I picked up this little Faithful Reminders flip book, and it is just full of scriptures and it has different designs in it, and it stands up, but could leave this as is, give it as a gift, or you could even tear the pages out and use them in some DIYs as well. And honestly, I don't really need more buckets, but I could not pass on these. They have this one, which is new, I believe, and it has the white kind of enamel look with this gold highlighting or dry brushing on it. I think that's really pretty. And this one, the Bee's Knees Honey Company. This is so cute. In my last video, I did bee-themed DIYs, and I will link that video in the card above and the description box below. But this is great. It's going to go so well with all of my bee-themed DIYs. Then I picked up some random items, which one of them is this lunch storage tower. And I got this not really for using in my lunch, but I think it was Catherine from Do It on a Dime used this, or maybe it was Cass from Clutterbug, don't remember, but used this in their car to make like a little first aid kit, but you can just put some miscellaneous things in it in your car. And so I liked that idea, so I picked that up. It has the two larger containers, then it has this little smaller container that fits in it too. Great for putting in lunches or taking on the go with some snacks, but also great for using in your car. At Christmas time, I found these little LED lights that are clear, and I had never seen these before, and I only found one package of them, which I grabbed, but I was hoping to find more, and I actually did find more this time while I was there, and I also found them in a taller size. So be looking for these. They are so pretty, and I just love how the light shines through the whole candle and not just on the little flame part at the top. And then something I always like to get is the super glue, but I like to get the one that says gel. This is great because it's super glue, so it sets up quickly, but the gel makes it so it's not real runny, and I just really like the way this works. So this is another must-have for crafters. Another item I picked up is this little battery operated light. I think these are so cute, and we're going to do a DIY with this right now.
For this project, I will be using this one LED battery operated light. I'm also using one balloon, and I'm using the 9-inch size. I will be using the gray roll of string here, but you could use any color of string, and some white school glue. I will cover my work surface with a little bit of wax paper just to keep it from getting messy from the glue. And I'll be using one upholstery needle. I blew up my balloon and kind of tried to squish it down a little bit so it was more round than oblong. And I kind of was gauging the size based on the size of my light. And then I'll tie off my balloon, and now the fun begins. So I saw this trick on Facebook. I don't remember who was showing it, but they took the string and put it through the upholstery needle and then took the needle and poked it through the bottle of glue so that the string is running through the glue and it's not as messy as putting all your glue in a bowl and then like soaking your string in the glue. So I thought I would give this a try and see how it worked. Once the string is through the bottle of the glue, you can get rid of that needle because you don't want to accidentally pop your balloon. Then I am tying the string around the top of the balloon just to secure it. And then I will pull my string through the bottle of glue. And one thing I noticed is it's kind of tight. And so it pulls off some of the glue, I think, as the string comes through the bottle. But it does make it wet enough that it sticks to the balloon and you're able to get the balloon wrapped. And so I'm going to wrap this in all different directions around my balloon until I like the way it looks. And I'll tie off the end, and I am leaving kind of a long tail of string so that I can use that to hang it up to dry. And once I pull that string out of the glue bottle, I am going to use just a little bit of scotch tape to cover those holes that I made in the bottle so that my glue doesn't leak out everywhere. I did like that technique of pulling the string through the glue bottle. However, I don't think that it got enough glue on the string to make the string stiff once it dries. And so I took my glue and a large paintbrush and just went over all of the string to give it a little bit more coverage of glue so that it will be nice and stiff once it dries. Overall, I did feel like this process worked pretty well and it was definitely much cleaner. So now I'm going to hang this to dry overnight so that it gets nice and stiff. I think the person on Facebook was using this process to make Easter eggs, but I am going to use mine as kind of a globe for my little light. So now that it's all dry, I am going to pop that balloon so that it will pull away from the string. Next, I'm going to temporarily remove the bulb from my light. It just unscrews and you can take it off. And then I'm going to set that top part on my string and measure kind of where I need to cut so that it will fit up inside that top part of my light. Now that I have the top cut off and it looks right, I'm going to put the bulb back on my light and I am going to put some hot glue all around the edge of the underside of my light of that top part. Then I'll just set it down on top of my string globe so that the light bulb is down inside. I had some pieces of this chain from Dollar Tree left over from a project I did a while back. And so I'm so glad that I kept these little pieces. I've used them for various projects over and over again. And this piece is going to be perfect for this light. I'm going to hook it onto the handle of the light and then I can just hang it up. And so uh, you could use one of these little garden planter hangers, like for a hanging basket that they have at Dollar Tree, but you could also just hang it off the corner of a shelf like I've done here.
So here's everything I picked up in my Dollar Tree haul today. I'm super excited to use a lot of these items in my next video where I will be doing some Easter DIYs and some Christian and inspirational DIYs. I hope you enjoyed this Dollar Tree shop with me and haul and these DIY projects. If you did like this video, please give it a thumbs up. It really helps my channel. And if you haven't subscribed yet, hit that subscribe button as well as the bell to set your notifications so that YouTube will notify you each time I upload a new video. If you do like my DIY projects, I have hundreds of videos here on my channel with all kinds of DIYs that are budget friendly, so be sure to check them out. I'll put one of my favorites right here so that you can check it out next. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you all have a blessed day.